Joining me now is Malcolm Bell. He's the CEO of Nova Pacific Metals. Great to see you, sir.
Nice to meet you, Mark, today.
Now, one of your colleagues in a recent interview said that there's potential for a real transformative period for the company. This is, you're talking about the Lara VMS project on Vancouver Island. You've done a big expansion of the drilling. So can you take us through that? Give us a snapshot.
Right. It's actually a legacy project. It's brownfields. It benefits from over 58,000 meters of drilling historically. Project was discovered in 1982, and from 82 to 92, they drilled over 58,000 meters. They also built a 2,000 foot long or 600 meter pre-production access via a decline. It has never been mined. They planned to put it into production in 92 at 500 tons a day. However, gold was at $400 an ounce back then, and metal prices weren't sufficient. There was a major collapse of the financial markets in 92, and the Asian tigers collapsed. So it was very difficult to raise money, and their property has been on care and maintenance ever since. And then during 2022, the previous owners forgot to file assessment work on the property, and the property came open for staking. And a local Vancouver Island prospector, Nanaimo, he jumped on it right away and staked the ground. We were fortunate enough to have done business with him in the past, and we were looking for a project at that time. And so we were able to purchase that property through an option agreement of $250,000 over 2 years. If we were to calculate the value of the drilling that's already been completed and the underground development on the project, it would amount to about $30 million today. So we have a $30 million asset, which we purchased for $250,000.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, we're planning a 10,000 meter drill program, which will start as soon as we get the drill permit. That 10,000 meter program is designed to twin a number of the historical holes and bring what is a non-current resource to a current status. And we've taken 200 of the previous drill holes, we've remodeled it, and we've calculated what our daily rate might be in the mining plan to pretty well, I think, high-grade this deposit, because over 50 to 60% of the value of the deposit's in gold and silver, although it's a volcanogenic, massive sulfide, polymetallic deposit with gold, silver, zinc, copper, and lead.
All right, very good. A lot going on there, and you're bringing modern technology to what you're doing, right? Yeah, the historical resource.
Well, right. Our plan is to complete the drill program in about 2.5 months once we start drilling, and then another couple of months for assaying, followed by incorporating the previous historical drilling with the new drilling we're doing, which is about 50 drill holes, and we'll produce a new mineral resource estimate. And with that, it'll give us the information we need to file a mining permit, and hopefully we can do that by the end of this year.
All right, very good. And you're also expanding the land package, Malcolm, with 3 new claims, and you believe there's potential for new discoveries there, new deposits?
Well, what makes this project really interesting is it's about 120 kilometers south of Myra Falls mine. Myra Falls is owned by Trafigura, a large multinational mining corporation. The Myra Falls deposit has produced exactly the same grade ore for the last 40 years. And the dollar value is in excess of about $20 billion in today's values. So we're in the same geological formation. They started with 2 million tons at surface. They used the cash flow from that mining operation to continue exploration and drilling. That's the same model we plan to follow. Well, the idea is to get this project into production as quickly as possible, and then use the cash flow in order to do exploration along a 14-kilometer trend, where we have a number of zones that look like they all have potential for more massive sulfide deposits on strike with the Lara deposit where it sits today.
On the financial side, the company raised several $1 million. I'm curious, how would you describe the demand for that and the funding environment generally, and what your cash position is right now?
Well, we funded the company to about just $5.5 million in 2 months, just before Christmas. Half of that was flow through, 2.6 million for flow through, and we have it earmarked for the 10,000 meter drill program. We raised a couple of $1 million hard capital as well, and so we're in a good, strong position financially. And we raised it at a time that raising money was very difficult. But we got the flow through because we have critical metals. We have most of the weight of the deposits in zinc and copper, although, as I said, 60% of the value of the mineral in the ground is made up of gold and silver.
So it sounds like a very unique story. Investors are always looking for ideas. There's a lot of competition out there. So how would you sum it up in terms of the investment case and why investors should pay attention?
Well, we have a market cap around $10 to $12 million currently. We have an asset that's had $30 million spent on it. And we have a deposit that in current metal values, gold now being $2,900 an ounce, silver $32. Back in the day, they valued this deposit using $400 an ounce gold, and they were going to go into production then. So you can imagine over the intervening period, the value of this project has increased significantly, and we bring that to the table. And however, we will be able to, talk about dollar values when we've got a current mineral resource estimate. I'm not permitted to talk about that today, although we've done lots of back-of-the-envelope calculations, and it's very robust.
Great stuff, Malcolm. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mark.
Okay, we'll talk to you again. Malcolm Bell, CEO, Nova Pacific Metals.